Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Furlong, and today we're talking joints! So a joint is a place where two or more bones meet one another. And we find that there are three different types of joints. The first type are fibrous joints. Now these used to be called immovable joints, which does a better job of describing them because where the two bones meet, the bones don't move. Hence the name immovable. Here we see that the bones are separated by some thin connective tissue. These make up the sutures of the skull. So where, for instance, the parietal and the temporal bone meet, there is some connective tissue connecting those two bones, but the bones don't move. The second type are cartilaginous joints. Now these are slightly movable joints. They are connected by fibrocartilage or ligaments. And we find these in places like the vertebrae or the backbone, the symphysis pubis, which is where in the hip, this is where the two pubic bones meet. And then we have the synovial joints. Now these are known as the freely movable. They have the greatest range of motion. They're called synovial joints because they are held together by some synovial membrane that of course we know produces synovial fluid. Many of our joints are synovial joints. On that diagram I'd like you to label just those three things that are highlighted. And there are 6 types of synovial joints. The first type is the ball and socket joint. This gives us our widest range of motion. We see this in places like the hip. So you can see how the head of the femur fits right into the acetabulum of the hip. We see the same thing in our shoulder as well, where the humerus fits right into the clavicle and the scapula. Next is a condyloid joint. So a condyloid joint is found between the phalanges and the metacarpals. And this gives us just a slight range of motion. It's just this motion that's going to take place right here, so we can kind of move it back and forth or a little bit side to side. The third is a gliding joint. So a gliding joint is going to be down here in the wrist, and again we can move it from side to side, we can move it front and back. Then we have a saddle joint. So a saddle joint is in the thumb. And so this gives us a variety of different motions that we can have, more so than what we get with the rest of our fingers. So this is our opposable thumb. We have a hinge joint. So for instance, in the elbow, this can only move in one direction. We can't move our elbow side to side. Same thing is found in the knee. And the last type is a pivot joint. So we find this in places like where the atlas and the axis is. Now remember, the atlas is what holds up our skull. The axis is what we turn our head on. So we can turn from side to side. No! Anyway. All right, so let's take a look at the different types of motion. First of all, there is flexion. So flexion would be like bending an arm. So I'm flexing my arm out. Or if I'm drawing my fingers up, I'm flexing my fingers. Extension is just the opposite. So I might extend out an arm, or I'm extending out my fingers. We have rotation. So turning your head. Again. There is abduction. So this is drawing away from the body. So for instance, my arms are down to the side and I'm moving them upwards, they are abducting away. And the opposite of that is adduction. So I'm moving towards the body. Right, on your study guide, you do have different types of fractures that you see. And I just want to quickly go over them so that you're labeling these properly. But here we see what's called a green stick fracture. So this is an incomplete break on the part of the bone that bends. There is a fissured fracture. So this is a longitudinal break. It goes in line with the bone. If you have ever had shin splints, this is what you're getting, are very, very small, minor fissured fractures in your bone. And so you have to take it easy to let the bone heal. Number 3 is a comminuted fracture. So this is where you have a bone break and you have fragments. There's a transverse fracture. So this is a break of the bone that is at a right angle to how the bone turns or on its axis. There is the oblique fracture. So this is a break that has a curved or a sloped pattern to it. and a spiral fracture. So this is what happens when you twist a bone and it breaks. And so that finishes all the notes for Chapter 7. Make sure that you're studying your flashcards because there's going to be a lot of questions on this test. And I'll see you in class.